during the novitiate, where we would receive in the many classes on the Franciscan order, on the ABCs, the A through Z actually, and backwards and in between, on Francis, Clare, and a few of our other fine Franciscan saints. When we were studying the writings of Francis, one of our venerable Franciscan scholars, Friar Claude Jarmac of happy memory, I remember when he visited us twice, and the first time was on Francis and Clare, the second time was on St. Anthony later in that novitiate experience. But in that first one, during a class, the class would be interactive, and there would be a back and forth, a dialogue. And during that dialogue portion, he had me read a passage and then asked a few questions. The last question was a challenging one because he told me, "Jacob, you're answering it like a politician, not like a Franciscan." I made that mistake twice, and then I realized I better close my mouth and open my ears and activate my brain so that I can from now on answer this like a Franciscan. And he explained the difference, and he said, "You'll make more friends answering that question like a Franciscan than a politician, because the Franciscan response is the truth." And that's how Jesus was preaching today also, and St. Paul also, about test what it is. Does it come from God, from the Spirit of God? What we think might sound good, but is it the truth? And of course, Jesus, everyone wants to know what the authority is. That is why we listen to Jesus, hopefully more than we listen to many others, because he's going to what they say in academic circles, the primary source. Versus the Pharisees and scribes were well-educated men who I wouldn't dare go one-on-one with them about the sacred scriptures. But they always consulted what they would tell us are the secondary sources, what has already been written and commented on, because they didn't accept Jesus and his authority, while people who were simple, uneducated people, probably illiterate, did accept it, because it sounded different than what they were used to hearing. It sounded like it had teeth, the real thing, because Jesus is God, and that he didn't keep that to himself. In the final directives to his apostles and to us was, don't worry about what you're going to say or do. The Spirit that I am sending you will enlighten you, will tell you what you're going to say, what you're going to do. And I've learned that now, 30 years as a Franciscan. The answer is always going to be attached to Jesus, to the gospel, which we always profess is our rule and our life.